Oh, this is weak. It's irking me already. It's all right. Not gonna sweat the small stuff. Good morning. I'm having a hard time. It's been a long time since I've done a live, and I guess they've changed the formatting again. So I'm trying to get it to where I can turn it sideways, and it's fighting me. 1 second.
Hello. What
Good
can we get for
morning.
you?
Can I get a pumpkin spice frappuccino?
You said frappuccino?
Yeah.
What size did you, what flavor did you want?
The pumpkin spice?
Okay, one venti pumpkin spice frapp. What
No,
else?
no, 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 no. A grande.
I'm sorry. Oh, what did I mistake it for? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I never said what size, but I wanted a grande pumpkin spice
Uh-huh.
and a Trenta water.
So it's the latte that you want, right?
No,
What do you
no.
mean pumpkin
I
spice?
want the
Pumpkin spice.
frappuccino.
Oh, so you don't want a venti. You're just changing the size.
Right. No, I didn't want a venti. I wanted a grande.
Okay, I changed it to grande, okay? Grande pumpkin frapp.
And then you got my water?
Or Trent ice water, yep.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Y'all see that? You gotta be patient. As someone who was a food server, I'm gonna tell you, sometimes we can get so frustrated because we're like, look, how many times do I have to tell you what I want to drink and what I want in my order? And you're saying it over and over again, and you're getting frustrated because they can't hear you. But I'm gonna tell you, I used to work at McDonald's, and I used to do drive-through, and those headphones suck sometimes. And the person who's making the order is like frustrated, like, how many times do I have to tell you? And they're like, look, I'm trying to hear you, but I can't. So you just gotta be patient. But good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? Good morning. Welcome to Callie's Homesteading with Food Bear. Oh my gosh, it's so long. Since I've been on, I'm forgetting what to say. Oh, I'm in LA right now. I just spent the night with my Aunt Michelle. Hi. Thank you. See my water? This is how I start my day off.
Thank you. Enjoy, okay?
Thank you. And then this is my
Do you have a
treat.
different card? Or do you want to try again? It didn't go
Oh,
through.
1 second. I locked my card. Hold on, y'all. So sorry.
That way. All right.
Yes, thank you. That was so funny. You guys, I don't know if you belong to an institution where you save your money or where you put your money at that can lock your card, but that is something that I do. And so sometimes, because I keep my card locked, I forget that my card is locked, and then I get hiccups, like just what happened. But it's okay. It's okay. No worries. No harm, no foul. But how are y'all doing? I am doing great, and y'all, I'm probably gonna be smiling this whole time because I have really missed y'all. I really have. It's been so long since I've posted a little bit, here and there. Like when we went to Memphis, I think I posted about being in Memphis a little bit at the Kroger. Yo, I'm so in love with Memphis, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Good morning. Hey, y'all. But it's like this is a really tiny straw. Make it make sense. Let's see how that's gonna work. Maybe she gave me no, she only gave me one straw. So I guess I'm not supposed to use a straw with this. I like to drink out of a straw. I don't really like to put my mouth on things. I think I have a straw long enough. But yep, boom. I have been doing so much. So let's see. Okay, it's been over what? It's been like what 2 months or something since I've gone live. So okay, let me tell y'all what's happened. Hmm. Okay, so Maya turned 16. I turned 49 because y'all know my birthday is September the 18th. So I'm now 49. Hey, 50 is coming around the corner, and I am so excited about it. Y'all just don't know. I cannot wait to hit 50. I'm gonna be like, I'm on my for real grown woman thing. I can, be patient with it, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all of the things that we're gonna have going on. So I'm just like, hey, I'm preparing for it. I want to have a huge Christmas explosion, not Christmas, church explosion. It's going to be like different choirs singing, different pastors coming in and, bringing some word, and it's going to be a nice buffet and great fellowship time. It's going to be a great birthday party because if y'all know me, you know me. Like they say, if you know, you know. You know that everything for me revolves around God. So that's how I brought in my 40th birthday, just on a smaller scale. So with 50, it's like I'm pulling out all the stops you know. So I'm excited about that. But we went to Memphis last month. And when I say, baby, Memphis is beautiful. Now, Memphis, in my opinion, now I was only there for what, 5 days, 4 or 5 days. In my opinion, Memphis gets a horrible rap because people talk about how Memphis is this and Memphis is that. And I mean, come on, y'all know me. I grew up in Watts, Compton, and Detroit. So all I know is hood. And I know that hoods can be different and everything, but it's a specific area that is bad. So if you're not in that area, you're good for the most part. So I'm in love with Memphis. I had a ball. The people were so nice and kind and respectful to us. And we had church at the Bass. Okay, so let me rewind. So I went to Memphis for the revival. Y'all know last year we went to revival in Chicago. Y'all know the year before that we had it here in Los Angeles. And so this year it was in Memphis, Tennessee. And it was just beautiful. It's so green. And y'all know where I'm at. It's so desert. It's just dirt and tumbleweeds and trees waiting to turn into tumbleweeds. So to see so much greenage, oh my gosh, I felt like I was breathing better. Like, oh, all these trees, all this beautiful grass. Like, let me just inhale and soak up all of this goodness. It was just, it was beautiful. I'm telling you, I remember when we used to live in Florida, when we used to live in Georgia, and it was green and it was pretty and I loved it and it was great. But California doesn't get rain like that in most parts. And so even though our elevation is so much higher, we don't get rain like that. We might get 20 days of rain in the year. So come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. So it's like, yeah, all this greenage, man, it was so beautiful. I was like, man, my animals could, not have to worry. They could just be outside eating all the grass and, doing all the tilling for me. And I was just like, oh man. So I don't know. Y'all pray for me because I'm in love with Memphis, Tennessee. But other than that, it was just a phenomenal time. The revival was just on fire from day one on Friday night, well, actually Thursday night, they had a meeting, and I wasn't in it. My aunt Michelle was in it, and they had a great time even that night. And then Friday, when we had the first, the kickoff of it, it was just superb. And then everything after that was just awesome sauce on top of awesome sauce on top of awesome sauce. It was just like God just showing out. And the last day that we were in Tennessee, we were at the Bass Pros Pyramid, and y'all know, just like I love me some Tractor Supply, baby, Bass Pros, don't play with me. Bass Pros is like everything. Like, I've purchased things from Bass Pros, like things to protect my family from Bass Pros. So it's like, it's a phenomenal store. And so, I did the video a couple of years ago when we went to the Bass Pros in Nevada, when we were in Vegas, when they had the mermaid and everything. I'm pretty sure I did record that. Yeah, I know I did a video about that. And so this one, they have the mermaid and everything still, but they have the hotel. And yo, I'm going back. They have this thing where you can you go for the like timeshare orientation. It's like 90 minutes, 2 hours or something like that. But you get a 2 night, 3 day stay. So I'm really, really, really contemplating on executing that soon because I want to go back. And I miss my church family there. Although, I'm a pastor, I have my own church family and my own local covering and everything, but that is my extended family that I'm under, that I'm with every morning, and I had the best time. When you say Southern hospitality, like through the roof. Now, mind you, most of the people that I was interacting with were people that are part of the ministry that I'm under, but it doesn't matter. It was just great. It was great. I got words spoken to me to give me clarity on things that I have been praying about, like confirmation from God that certain things that I wanted to do, or we're trying to put into place to get done, that I'm on the right path and everything. So I was like, amen, God, we're good, we're good, we're good. So things are going good. My business is picking up. I got so much to show y'all. So right now we are doing perfumes. We're doing the body butters, of course, and the scalp oils, and then we got the roll-ons, we got the sprays, we got like all of this stuff going on. When I tell y'all, we took Southwest. So, and the reason that we take Southwest is because I always am carrying like one suitcase full of, my clothes and stuff, and then the other suitcase full of my products. So I had everything, and I caught myself making sure that everything was like tight. I didn't bubble wrap anything, and I was upset because some of my candles did get dented because I had them in the aluminum metals. So a few of them, like maybe four of my 8 and 10 ounce candles, did get messed up. So I wasn't able to sell them, but it was okay because When I tell y'all that my candles were selling out, the body butters, the men's beard collection, the beard balms and the oils and everything was just boom, 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 boom. I was just like, come on, God. But yo, when I tell y'all, as the money was hitting my account, bills were getting paid. It was like, this is paid, that is paid. And I was like, I didn't even realize that all of those things hit on this, in the same time. So I'm thinking I'm stacking a little chip. And it was like $74, $33, $36, $15, $39. And I was just like, oh, well, okay, amen. At least these are getting paid. I was like, okay, well, this is a great problem to have. As you make money, it's being paid out to your bills. So bills are getting paid. So great. Okay. But even in all of that, I still wound up with a few, pennies to rub together. So I was like, amen, God, it's a good thing. But Memphis, Tennessee, boy, I tell y'all, I love some Memphis, Tennessee. And so I have a friend that lives in Atoka. And the first night that I got there, I spent the night with her. And y'all know me. Y'all know I'm about that life. I was telling her, because we be talking all the time, because she has a little land and everything. And I'm like, girl, all we got to do is, do this and do that. And we'll get you up and running. And I even sent her a nice care package of all the seeds she could possibly need. Like everything. So I was like, girl, let me move out here and it's going to be on the cracking. And I was like, I love being out in the country. And it's a little hilly where she is in Atoka, but it's hilly where I am trying to get to Big Bear, right? So, man, I'm telling you, we get there, and in the morning, I got there at night. So in the morning time, I get up and I'm taking her to work, and all of a sudden, I'm seeing longhorn cows, really big cows with the big long horns, and then we're seeing goats and stuff. I'm like, oh, my people, you're here. Oh, I will never feel lonely. I will never miss home because you guys have animals just like where I live. Oh my goodness, it was just beautiful. And I'm going to tell you something. It did rain because that was the beginning of the hurricane before this hurricane, the hurricane that hit Memphis. Because we got there on the 25th. Yeah, Wednesday night, the 25th of September, and we stayed until the 30th. So it was like, man, there's nothing like it. I had a ball. So the video that you guys probably saw, if you saw it, if not, go back and look. I was just like, why am I in California? I went to the Kroger. Now, depending on what part of the country you're in, if you're in like California, Kroger is Food for Less and Ralph's. If you're in Nevada, it's Smith's. And then on the East Coast and everywhere else that I know of, and I could be wrong, but everywhere else that I know of, it's Kroger. But I know that there's like a big chain, so there's different ones, different stores that are connected to the chain. I just may not know of them. But I walked in because, okay, so what happened is my Aunt Michelle was at my Auntie Deborah's house. So she had her body wash in my suitcase so that, it could go through on the plane. And so she calls me like, no, she didn't call me. I told Diamond, I said, after we dropped my friend off, I was like, let's go and take TT her body wash so she could take a shower. And so it was like 15 minutes from where we were. So, mind you, we had rented a car. So, because I didn't drive, we flew. So, I'm sitting here like, okay, we got navigation. We're going to figure this little city out, right? Well, it's not little, but this city out. And so that's what we do. So, we go and we are on, we wind up in like Germantown. So, I'm very observant. I'm always paying attention to where I'm at. And so and how I got there, and all of that stuff. And so we get to my aunt, who, mind you, wasn't expecting me, Michelle. And she goes, we get there, and before I could even get out and go into my other auntie's house, Michelle is like, you didn't bring no coffee? I'm like, how do you do? I said, no, ma'am, we didn't bring any coffee. And then she was like, oh, okay. Then a few minutes later, she's like, can you go get me some coffee and a banana? So I was like, sure, okay, we can go get you some coffee and a banana. So I'm like, the only grocery store that I knew of was one that I passed in Germantown. So we go all the way back. It's like 10 minutes from where we were. And it was a McDonald's in front of the Kroger. So I go get the coffee, and I'm thinking I'm just going to run inside Kroger and get some bananas and come right back. But then I walk in the door, and there's a display right there, whatever the thing is, a freezer with the spare ribs, and it's like spare ribs 99 cent, maximum 2 packs. I'm like, oh, yo, I gotta get them now. That just shows you my mentality of a real deal, because I didn't have any knowledge of where I was going to cook those ribs. I knew that, I had some choices, but like I could make it at my Auntie Deborah's house. I could make it at Pastor Mike's house. I could make it at my friend's house. I had options, but you can go. But I hadn't weighed those out. I hadn't asked anybody or anything. I was just like, oh, those ribs are coming home with me, and we gonna cook them. So I got them, and I showed you guys in the video. It was like 4 something, 5 something for those ribs. And I was just like, oh, God is so good. Because, man, y'all don't understand. To try to buy ribs on sale, like 4th of July sale, Labor Day sale, Memorial Day sale, they're still $2 and something a pound on sale for the holidays. So for me to get those at the end of September for 99 cents a pound, I was like, yeah. Now I will be honest, when you get the ribs in California, most of the time it's like 2 in 1 pack, but they'll still be like between $2.50 and like $4. So it's like crazy. I'm like, wow. But I called my friend and was like, okay, what were your plans for dinner? And she's all like, I was gonna go to the store. I was like, the fast is over today. You ain't gotta worry about dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and cook it. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. I said, I already bought some ribs. She was like, for real? I'm like, yeah, I got some spare ribs. So her husband was working, so he wasn't gonna be able to put them on the grill. I was like, that's fine. We'll just throw them in the oven. Went back to the store after I dropped my aunt off. Her coffee, and hung out with her for a minute. We made it to the Kroger that was by my friend in Atoka, and we got some sweet potatoes and some broccoli, some butter, and everything. And we cooked dinner, and it was so cool because then my other friend Alicia from Atlanta, she came that night, and we were all. It was my friend Drea, my friend Alicia, my daughter Diamond, and it was like the women in the kitchen cooking and having fun. And I was just loving it. Like, oh, we had cabbage. That's right, not broccoli. It was cabbage because Diamond was cutting the cabbage up. And we all were doing our own thing. You know, we all had an assignment. Okay, I'm going to do this and you do that, da 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 da. And it was just like, yes. Yeah, I know, because for me, wait a minute, they're not open. They're supposed to be here at 10 o'clock. They're not open. Ah, yeah, it's 10. Maybe they're going to be here in a minute. I am at a place called the Taj Mahal in Los Angeles. This is one of the places that I get a lot of my products. My containers I definitely get from here, but now I found some place that I can be ordering from. So I get, my fragrances. So what I found is, and I'm shifting gears naturally, you know how I do. What I found here is a lot of their fragrance oils and everything that I purchased are really good for everything except for my candles. So if I'm making soap, I can use a lot of their oils and it'll set right. But what I've learned is I have to purchase these fragrance oils from a company that focuses on candles and soaps because they've pre-tested them. They give you a recommendation of how much to use, if it's good for this type of soap. If I'm doing a melt and pour, is it good for that? If I'm doing a cold or a hot compressed soap, is it good for that? What about candles? What types of wax can I use for this scent? So it's all been done for me. So if I get the fragrance oils from here, it's not been tested. And so I had like 24-ounce containers of fragrances because I felt like I could make a candle, a body wash, a shampoo, a conditioner, a candle, body butter, a body scrub. Like I could do all of these things with this one scent. And then it wouldn't work in the candle. Some of them wouldn't work in the melt and pour soap. Some wouldn't work with the hot process soap. So it was like, that's not gonna work. So now, if I'm trying to make it with the candle or make it with the soap, for the most part with the soap, I can still use it. It's like a hit and miss. It's like do a small batch and do a trial. But I use places like Candle Science or Lone Star or Nature's Garden or Aztec. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got a big reveal. Hopefully it's saying that it's going to be here by the 18th from Aztec. Okay, so you guys, my channel is going to be a little different now because I have been contemplating on starting a strictly skincare and candle line, or if I was just going to make a separate one or just keep it combined. And to be honest with you, I'm still not sure. I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to have the energy to make and maintain two channels, because I already have the church channel. So that would be three channels that I'm trying to maintain on YouTube, plus Facebook, plus Instagram and TikTok. So I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet. But a lot of the videos that I'm going to be doing on this channel will have to do with my business journey and how I'm just getting it up and off the floor and onto the table. And let's see how high we can elevate it. But so this company called Aztec Fragrance, I fell in love with, and they had this sale. So let me tell y'all about the sale. Well, before I tell you about the sale, I'm gonna tell you when you get samples from most companies, I think the cheapest I've paid was $1 on a sale when you first try this company's products. I'm gonna pull back. They gave you like you could get 10 for 10. But even in that 10 for 10, you have to pay for shipping and handling. So I wound up paying $20. But I was like, $20 for 10 samples, not bad. Well, with this company, I did that in the beginning. I did that with them. I did that with Candle Science, and I loved the fragrances. So I had went on because I was ordering like let me get my optimal fragrances like everything for autumn, for fall, and then everything for Christmas. Let me get my scents in now because I got like all this stuff I gotta make and everything, right? So I'm looking and I'm on Aztec, and that initially I was like, okay, I'm gonna spend about $30 plus shipping and handling. Take it to, no more than $50. That was like my max. So I was like, oh, let me get some pumpkin spice. Oh, let me see. Then all of a sudden, it was like I was gonna get something like 4 ounces, and it was gonna be like between $7 and $9. Well, no, between $9 and $11. And so I'm sitting here like, man, I'm not hardly getting anything, but I got to get these cents in. And then I looked up and it was like $1.50 for a 1 ounce. I said, let me see if I put 5 1 ounces. Let me see. 5 1 ounces, 7.50. Stop playing with me. Absolutely yes. So I got like 63 bottles of 1 ounce scents. So I got like 4 of this, 3 of that, 5 of that, 7 of that. Because they were having $1.50 sale. So why would I pay like $9+ for a 4 ounce when I could pay that same get those same 4 ounces for $6? So I wound up spending. Earl told me to stop like right at $100. So it was like right at $100, but this was the kill. It was only $12 for the shipping and handling. So I was like, yo, this is how I'm living right now. So I'm going to note to self the beginning of October, make sure you're paying attention to Aztec because I don't know how often they had this $1.50 deal, but this little brown child right here, I got to be up on that. So I can't wait till it comes. I got that, and I ordered oh gosh, I ordered so much stuff. I have so many unveilings to do, and I'm still ordering stuff because um so when it comes to my body butters, I made a decision that I was going to stay true to the integrity of my butters, and I wasn't going to compromise it and make my formula different to incorporate water and the preservatives that allow you to mix it with water and not get like, the bacteria, mold, and all of that stuff. So, this is the thing when you make a pure body butter, whether you're using shea, mango butter, whatever it is that you're using, when it hits a certain heat, because you're using butters, you know, um, You can be using beeswax. Beeswax has a high melting point, but it will melt. You're using, coconut oil. You're using cocoa butter, all these different butters, but they do melt with heat. So in the summertime, in the warmer months, it will melt and it will lose the look that it initially had when you first purchased it because we whip it and make it nice and pretty. We put it in our little pipettes and we, make it all cute and stuff and present a really beautiful product. However, when the heat gets to it, it will melt it. And then when it solidifies, it doesn't look the same. Now, this is the thing, the integrity of the product has not changed. The look of it has. And so it's now less appeasing to you, but it's the same thing. Well, a lot of people struggle with that. It doesn't look the same. Well, why did it deflate? It didn't deflate. When it solidifies, it's going to be okay. So then it's like, well, when people purchase butters and creams and stuff from the store or from, big markets, big companies, they don't melt. And the reason is because when you look on the ingredients, the first thing you see is water or agua. And then you keep looking and then you start seeing that they have all of these other things and there's these different preservatives. And because you use this preservative, then you gotta use this to make the water now mixed with that. So now you have to add these other things. And so it's like now what's supposed to be butters and oils for the dehydrated skin is now, oh no, they're still not open, is now something totally different. And so what I've made a decision on is I'm going to keep my formula for my body butters the way that it's been. I already use so many healthy oils and butters for me to then want to say, well, I'm going to change that and add water to it. And an emulsifying wax, because the emulsifying, okay, so let me break it down to you. The emulsifying wax is what bonds the water and the oils and the butters together. And then when you use the preservative is there to prevent your oils from going rancid if it gets a hold to water and building up bacteria. So this is what I said I'm going to do. I'm just going to make both. And I'm not going to label it as a body butter or a souffle. It's going to be a cream. And so people will have a choice. Do you want the body butter that will melt, but its integrity is intact? Or would you like a cream? The scents will be the same. The ingredients will be very similar with the exception of the emulsifying wax and the water. And so people can choose what they want to choose. And the reason that I feel so firmly about this is because y'all know my story. The reason that I started my business was because my mom had gallbladder surgery. Back when she was alive, she had gallbladder surgery, and they had messed the stent up. The stent wasn't clamped properly, and over 30 liters of bile and fluid and stuff had backed up inside of her. And somehow this caused her to have psoriasis. And her legs turned really black. And y'all know my mom's lighter than me. It much lighter than me, like maybe 8 shades lighter than me, but darker than my Aunt Michelle. But she had like really dark things on her legs, and it was all in her scalp. My mom had really, really thick hair. And all of a sudden, flakes were coming out, and her hair was coming out with the flakes, and her legs were all flaky and everything. And we're sitting here like, what is going on? And I'm taking her back and forth to the doctor. After the reconstructive surgery, she wound up having to get. She was in a hospital for almost 40 days. And it was just, they couldn't figure out how to fix her problem. And then they were like, oh, well, you have psoriasis. And so I was like, yeah, know me, if see a need, feel a need. So I'm like, I've got to fix this. So I went online and started learning how to combat psoriasis holistically. And I started watching some videos and reading some. I went to the library and got a couple of books and stuff. And y'all know, back in the day, I was a cosmetologist and everything. I worked in a salon, did all of that. Went to cosmetology school, all that stuff. So I was like, okay, let me figure this out. And so I initially started with a grease. And I had it for my mom. I had it for my daughter because Diamond had eczema in her scalp at the time. And so I was like, let me see how this works. And it cleared my mom up in no time. It combated, even in her scalp, her hair started growing back. And it stopped all of the flaky, scaly skin and all of this stuff. And it cleared her legs up. And my mom's legs were the regular color, lighter than this, much lighter than this. Um, do I have a picture of my mom with me? No, it would be in my phone. But anyway, um, so it was just like, okay, let me see what's what. So that's how it even got started. Once I realized that it cleared her skin up, it cleared her scalp up, and it cleared Diamond's scalp up. And Diamond had like bald spots like that in her scalp because she would dig it, because it would itch so bad that she would dig into her scalp. And I cleared that up and grew her hair back. And then I started trying it on different things. And the next thing you know, we're here. And we had the business. The business was doing good. And then in 2019, I actually said, let me go ahead and make this a legit business because I see it is working. And then I started, charging a little bit for my services. I had a oh gosh, what do you call it? It wasn't well, I was doing like different events as a vendor and stuff, but I wanted to, a focus group. There you go. Thank you, Lord. I wanted to figure out what people really thought, what I needed to work on before I had a launch. So I had a focus group, and there wasn't really a lot of things that people told me I needed to improve. It was more like, my presentation, like my labeling. And I knew I needed to because I was using a company that was not really good for my products because I was using, oils and stuff. So waterproof does not mean weatherproof or, oil proof or whatever. And so I had to come up with, a better presentation for my labels. But other than that, they really liked my consistency. They liked my smells. They liked how it felt. And, I gave everybody like love packages and stuff like that. And then I did the launch. And then 2020 happened. And it was hard. I was like, yeah, it was hard. My supplier was having such a hard time getting stuff in because a lot of their stuff comes from out of the country, Ghana, just stuff like that. So it was like, forget it. And then I lost my mama and everything, and I was just like, And she kept telling me, Pooh, you got to get this done. You sitting on $1 million. You got miracle stuff over here. You got to get this done. And my cousin was like, you got to put miracle on that stuff. I was like, I'm not putting miracle on nothing. I don't want nobody coming for me. No, ma'am. But my cousin, she would like cut herself um cooking or whatever and put the grease on, and it would mend it. A couple of times she burned herself cooking and stuff, and she put that grease on. Pooh, I need some of that grease, I'm coming to get it. Okay, cousin. And it's so funny. Jeremiah, I think I told y'all my son, he's now 20, but at the time he was like 13. Okay, so the epitome of impatient and lazy, Jeremiah decided that he was going to iron his shirt while wearing it. And I guess he pushed steam. I don't know if he steamed himself or if he just got too close and burnt himself, but he burnt the whole side. I'm laughing now, but at the time I think I was laughing then, but I was like, what is wrong with you? So I had to put the grease on him, and he was like, it's burning. I was like, yeah, it's bringing everything to the surface. But what it didn't do is it didn't blister and it did not scar him. And so I started just seeing all of these different things that my products were, working on, what it would take care of. And then my mom, so, okay, if you are a plus size person, you get those love handles. And between those love handles, you can get like raw skin, or you can get like a bacterial infection sometimes, just because it gets hot and that fat is rubbing together, and it can cause like a rash in between your fat rolls. Well, my mom had something similar to that, and it wasn't because she wasn't showering. So let me just tell y'all that, because I don't want nobody trying to say, well, your mama needs to clean, take a bath. That was so not the case. My mom was very clean. It was just because it was hot and you sweat more and everything. Like when you sweat in your crevices, if you don't take care of that, don't get that circulation, things can happen. And so she happened, it was more than that, because she was doing everything. The doctors were giving her all these um creams, and use the baby powder, use the cornstarch, and all of this. But this particular bacterial infection in between her fat rolls was just not going away. And so I said, Mama, just put the cream there. And she was like, "Huh." I was like, what you got to lose? And so in a week, she says 2 days, but I'm going to say in a week, it was completely gone. Now, they had given her hydrocortisone, they had given her some other stuff that starts trazolone or whatever it is, some other stuff, and nothing was working for over a year. She was going through this, like almost 2 years, and nothing would heal her. Or let me say, not heal, nothing would clear her up. And so within a week of using my grease, it was completely cleared. And when I say completely cleared, she did not have to continue to use it. Understand my words. A lot of times when we go to the doctor, they give us creams that clear it up. But when you stop using said cream, the situation comes back. That was not the case with the psoriasis on her legs, on her scalp. That was not the situation with my daughter Diamond's eczema in her scalp. And that was not the situation with my mom's bacterial infection. It made it go bye bye permanently. Have to really watch my words, because I don't want to say the wrong thing and, them people come for you. I don't want that. But that's how I got started. But when my mom died, we were in 2021. It was just like, mm-mm. Then we moved, and I kept talking about my business, but I wasn't really doing it. And I had to get myself to a point to where I was like, no, Alana, you got to get this going. Like, you've got to get this going. So I've been like really adamantly back on it. Wait, hold on for a second. Good morning. Weren't you supposed to open at 10, right? I mean, do y'all know how far I come? I live by Apple Valley. But it's okay. I know it's not your fault. Oh, they're gonna have to give me, they're gonna have to make it good for me. I know. Oh, there you go. Right. Exactly. I don't like the fact that I'm sitting here waiting for my products. You come and pay on time. Yes. I got paid on the 12th yesterday. He wasn't here. I came up here. Okay. Oh me, oh my. Well, I'm gonna be sitting here waiting. Till 11 o'clock. Till 11? Yeah. Okay. They close at 2. They close at 2 today? Yeah, see. And I gotta be at church at 1, so they gotta come on. Okay. Whew. Okay. Sometimes you just need to not ask people questions. I know the guy works here, so I'm like, talking my trash, just playing, like they gonna have to make it right with me. He's like, I'm supposed to be here. I'm on here. I'm off today. I came to get my check. They told me to be here early. And so they opened at 10. It is literally 10:32, and they're not open. And for all of the people that want to say CP time, it's not a CP thing. If you know, you know. These are not CPs. So, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to sit here because I need my fragrances. When I go home tonight, I'm going to be making a lot of peppermint candles. I think we're doing 24 peppermint candles. We're doing the little 2-inch tins, 4-inch tins, and then we're gonna do some 8-inch tins. And then we're doing the body butters, the lip balm, the lip scrub. We're doing the foot scrub, and I'm making something for the men with the peppermint. What is it? I can't think. It's something that I have written down for the men, but I don't remember what it is. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. It's for the scalp. So it's going to be like a peppermint or peppermint massaging spray, because a lot of our brothers, and it's not going to smell strong like peppermint. I'm going to mask it with a more musculant scent, but it's going to be geared towards them with the razor bumps for one, but then also to help stimulate more circulation to their follicles. So there's some things I got going on. I got so much going on, y'all. Let me tell you. But it's all good. So I'm excited about it. Let me tell you. I'm not complaining. Sis has got a lot to do, and I'm happy for it. So yeah, that's been my journey. Since I've had my channel, we've had this channel going on 4 years, y'all. March will be 4 years. I can't believe it. But excuse me. I had been saying, my business, but I hadn't been doing it. It was dead. So now we've already resurrected it. We've been working on it. We're going to be having a launch coming up pretty soon. And I'm going to be somehow collaborating with my baby sister. My baby sister is the business. I love my little sister. This is now normally when I'm talking about my baby sister, I'm talking about Naomi, but this time I'm talking about my biological baby sister, not my god sister. Um my little sister Claire, and so she is a boss. She and her husband, they got their whole little thing going on, and not little thing, it's a big thing. Their whole big thing going on. I'm so super proud of them. And she and I are going to collaborate. She wants to do a candle class. And it's so funny because I have been waiting and praying on a storefront so that I can have all of these different classes and different things like bridal parties, baby shower parties. Oh, because I do have a cream for babies. um like baby showers and like all of the different things. I've been, wanting to have a storefront so that I could do all of this. And so we were talking, and she was like, "Oh, I've been wanting to do a candle class." I was like, "Bet." So hopefully sometime next month we're gonna make that happen. I would be just so elated. So we were looking at like all of the things that we would need so we could start purchasing them and then start sending out for the class. And I'm like, if we could charge like $30, we can get some wine, some cute little hors d'oeuvres, and then and just have all of the things that we need for them. And then we could do like a candle class once or twice a month, and they don't keep the ingredients. I mean, they don't keep the stuff. They pay, they come and make a few candles. If they want to make a body butter, we're just going to switch it all up. Oh, they're opening up. So cool. So this is what we're working on. So I got some stuff coming, y'all. We will be making baskets. So that's what I'm saying. You guys are going to see all these videos. We're going to be making Christmas baskets with, all the stuff. So you can buy stuff individually. You can buy small packets, big packets, in baskets and all that stuff already wrapped and everything. So it's going to come along. It's going to come along. And after Christmas, then we got Valentine's Day. No, after Christmas, then we have MLK. Then we have Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, all of the days, Father's Day, Juneteenth, everything. We're going to celebrate it all. The only thing I probably won't put too much time on is, and I know a lot of people are just going to win on this one, but it's Halloween, because I don't give it that type of energy, because I understand the spirituality behind it. And I'm not going to compromise my relationship with God and what I teach my church and, my family for a coin. So I will make all of the pumpkin scents and everything like that, and I'll put like a cute pumpkin on it. But the bats and the witch's brew and all that, I'm not doing none of that. I don't get down like that. So that's probably the only holiday that I don't celebrate like that. We give candy out trunk or treat because I will prefer to make sure that the candy I give children is safe for them to eat. So we participate like that, but yeah, you won't be getting a witch's brew from me. That's just it. All money ain't good money. But I can sleep with myself. I can look in the mirror and be like, okay, you good? I feel good about you. And that, to me, that's what's most important. But they are here now, so I'm going to let y'all go so I can go get my stuff. I might come back and let y'all see what I got. We'll see. See how I'm doing with time. All right. Thanks for tuning in to Callie's Homesteading with Pooh Bear. It's your girl, Pooh Bear. Remember, God loves you. You better love you because I love you. All right. Bye bye for now.